Can installing solar panels on your home really save you a significant amount of money over time, or is it really just marketing hype? I'm John, and this is Cleaner Watt. When I was a teenager growing up in Texas, I can remember a time when I paid around $1 per gallon for gas. I would love to be able to pay $1 per gallon for gas now, but locking in $1 per gallon of gas would have been a really smart decision to be able to do that when I was a teenager, and to be able to pay that now would be great. And when you're able to bulk buy your electricity by putting solar panels on your roof, which is basically what you're doing when you're purchasing solar panels for your roof, if you do the purchase option, that is sort of like locking in the amount that you're paying for power for the lifetime of that system. It's kind of like buying bulk electricity. The reason why this analogy works great with solar is because when you purchase a system, that system is designed to produce a certain amount of electricity every year. And in addition to that, many systems being installed today come with a 25-year warranty. And beyond the warranty, solar systems are often designed to last 30 plus years, but nonetheless, you generally have a 25-year guarantee there. So if you take the amount that you pay for that system and the amount of expected electricity that it's going to produce over 25 years, for example, if you do that math and you divide that out, that'll give you an amount that you're paying per kilowatt hour over that 25 years or however long you do that calculation. So the reality is when you purchase a solar system, it's like bulk buying 25 plus years of electricity at a certain fixed cost. And the reason why that can be really good is because of inflation and electricity rates constantly going up. I don't know about you, but in my area, electricity rates have gone up quite a bit over the last several years. For example, I did the math today, and in my area, over the last 3 years, from December of 2021 to December of 2024, the cost of electricity went up around 44%. That's a significant increase, and while that is higher than a lot of people will see, electricity rates are going up. One of the big reasons why people install solar is to have a little bit more certainty and to save money on their electric bills. But in reality, does putting solar on your roof really save you money? Well, the short answer to that is not everyone can save money by putting solar on their roof, but many people can. And what it really comes down to is if your house is situated properly where you get enough sun hours and you have a good either south-facing portion of your roof or an east to west facing portion of your roof that is not shaded by trees or other structures, there's a good chance that you can actually save money with solar. Now, when it comes to how much money you can actually save by installing solar panels on your home, every house is a little bit different, but let's give a hypothetical example here, just showing the potential for savings. Let's say that we had a house that is able to offset 100% of their average electricity use every year with a properly designed solar system. And we're also going to assume that their previous yearly average electric bill was around $176 per month. So if you take the national average for electricity costs, which is around 17.6 cents per kilowatt hour, you can say on average, this particular hypothetical house uses around on average 1,000 kilowatt hours of electricity per month. Now, while this number could vary from house to house and from situation to situation based on a number of different factors, let's assume that this particular homeowner was able to lock in a financed amount of $180 per month to pay for their solar system over a 25-year period of time. Now, I do want to make a note here that many times the amount that you lock in for your solar finance amount does factor in the 30% federal tax credit. And often how this works is the solar company will not require any money down to install the system. And then generally what will happen is within a set period of time, the monthly payment and loan amortization has factored in the homeowner applying the 30% tax credit amount to pay off a portion of the loan. And if that money is not applied within that set period of time, then the monthly payments would go up accordingly. With that factored in, if you multiply $180 per month by 25 years, that gives you a total payment amount of $54,000 that would have been paid for that system over time. And if that system was designed to produce, for example, 1,000 kilowatt hours of electricity per month for 25 years, that would give you roughly 300,000 kilowatt hours of electricity produced over that 25-year period of time. And if you do that math, that equates to roughly 18 cents per kilowatt hour that homeowner would have paid over that 25-year period of time. Now, if that same homeowner would have decided not to install solar, but instead just decided to go ahead and pay their power company for electricity, if over 25 years, the power company on average raised their rates by 3% every year. After 25 years, that $176 electric bill would be somewhere around $358 per month. And over a 25-year period of time, once again, with that 3% yearly increase, the total cost of power over that period of time would be around $77,000. So in this particular hypothetical case, there would be a potential $23,000 savings over 25 years. However, if there was a 5% year-over-year increase, that $176 per month electric bill after 25 years would go to $567 per month, and that 25 years of electricity would cost over $100,000, meaning the savings there could be over $46,000. If over 25 years the electric bill ends up going up 10% year over year, that $176 per month bill would go up to $1,734 per month, and 25 years of electricity would cost over $207,000, giving you a potential savings of over $153,000. So as you can see, there is a large potential for savings by installing solar panels on your home. However, this is a very simplified look at this. Every situation is different, and your solar system may cost more or less than this example. A lot of this is going to come down to how many sun hours you actually get on your roof per year and the orientation of your roof slope. If you have a good south-facing portion of your roof that can hold quite a few panels, your system is going to be able to produce more with less panels than if you have to put panels on the east and west side only of the house. Also, if your house is very inefficient or very large and you use a lot of electricity, you're not necessarily going to be able to offset 100% of your electricity use. If you're able to, that's great, but even if you can offset 50, 60, or 70%, you can still save quite a bit of money over time. But nonetheless, you'll have to see what your particular situation is, how much electricity you use, what kind of sun exposure you get on your roof, and how much space is on your roof for solar panels. In addition to that, many power companies have some basic connection fees that you'll always pay, even if you produce more electricity than you use with your solar system. You may still have a small connection fee of like $10, $11, $12, $13 or something like that. So you definitely want to look into what that is for your particular power company. I'm also not factoring in the little bit of degradation that happens with solar panels. For example, if you start out with a 400-watt solar panel, after 25 years, that 400-watt solar panel will no longer produce up to 400 watts. That number is likely going to be somewhere between 10 and 20% lower than that after 25 years. In addition to that, if you have the cash to be able to pay up front for your solar system, you can save even more because you'll save the finance costs. Also keep in mind that while I only mentioned the 30% tax credit incentive, very likely in your area, you will have state or local incentives for putting up solar. So you need to check those out as well. Those can lower the total cost of your solar system. So there is a lot to factor in here. And beyond that, I'm only talking about the purchase option for solar, actually financing that solar system with a loan. There are, of course, companies that offer leases and power purchase agreements, which are completely different. With that being said, I currently work for Pure Light Power, which is an Oregon-based solar company that does installations in 9 different US states. So if you live in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Utah, Minnesota, Iowa, Ohio, or Kentucky, send me an email if you'd like a custom price for what solar would cost for your house. My email address is John, Jon, at cleanerwatt.com. Again, John, Jon, at cleanerwatt.com. When you email me, we can actually schedule a consultation for one of my energy consultants to actually go over the pricing for your exact situation. In the end, we should be able to help you determine whether or not solar is something that can save you money. And once again, if you want to send me an email, my email address is Jon, Jon, at cleanerwatt.com. If you're in one of those 9 states that I mentioned, I would love to get you a quote for what solar would cost for your house. For full disclosure, I do work for Pure Light Power and do benefit financially from sales and leads that I send the company. But Pure Light Power is a great company that I can definitely recommend to you. Until next time, thanks for watching.